I am going through a life change right now, and I am uncharacteristically optimistic about this transition. So I have been really thinking a lot about my journey, my life story, if you will. And with all this introspection, which I mean, I'm not a stranger to introspection. If you know me, you know that I am constantly mulling things over in my head. I'm constantly ruminating, introspecting, trying to figure out the role that I play in things that have unfolded in my life. And so this remains true as I'm um, in the middle of a big life transition. I'm not really ready to talk about it yet, like candidly. So I will be a little bit vague in this video, but I am actually really looking forward to getting more specific in a video, let's say around March. Anyway, um, yeah, so amidst everything that's happening in this world with the new administration that is running the US government and stuff like this, um, something that I have been connecting to and really feeling immense gratitude for is that community has always been the answer whenever I've been in a rut. Um, and I say this as a person who hasn't actually relied on community very much until, let's say, 2021. But the way that my community shows up for me in a time of need has really, it's just really given me reassurance that I am going to be okay. And these people are not going to let me fail. They're not going to let me give up on myself. And I'll be damned if I'm going to give up on myself first before someone else does. I am not going to be the first person to give up on myself. So, that being said, one of the communities that I'm a part of, most like, the most consistently and frequently and stuff like this is the improv community in my town. And so, I started thinking in my head, like, what about my improv community has contributed to this uncharacteristically positive and optimistic outlook that I have in the middle of a huge life transition? Um, and you know what it is that improv has taught me that there is so little in my control in this life, and that's okay. And all I have to do is just show up in one moment at a time, as authentically and as true to myself as I can. And that's what I feel like I've been doing through this life transition. You know, I'm showing up authentically. I'm letting my feelings occupy my body. I'm letting my body take the lead, which is not something I'm used to. Usually I let my mind take the lead, or my spirit or my heart or something like this. But I've noticed that recently I've been letting my body take the lead. And something that I'm realizing too, which improv has also helped me with, is that my body will never lie to me. My body will never convince me that I need something that isn't true. So, just trying to gather my thoughts, y'all. It's been a while since I talked to the camera because I've just been going through it, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have too. Um, but yeah, what I'm committed to is showing up on my YouTube channel and showing up on social media as vulnerable and tender and self expressed as I want. And that's why I'm here today. So, some of the things that I've also learned from improv that kind of tie into this uncharacteristically positive outlook that I have right now um, is that, you don't have to create magic. this was like a big revelation that I mean, I've had this revelation over the past few years multiple times, especially with improv, but it came to light again this past weekend. And what that lesson is that I don't have to create magic. Magic already exists within me, and I just have to live it. Me living and expressing myself authentically and not being ashamed of that is the magic. And it's literally already inside. There's nothing outside of me that is required to create magic, whether on stage or off stage, right? And so I'm really feeling connected to that, because what an empowering thought, right? I'm in a period of my life where I really need to be so sure about my skills and about what I have to contribute to people's missions or to people's lives. And yeah, I don't need anything else other than what I already have. This is enough to do whatever is coming next. And so, yeah, it's like even weird to say these things out loud, because I am not used to talking to myself like this. I am used to, negative self-talk. I'm used to being really hard on myself and setting like ambitiously high standards that are almost unattainable sometimes, and setting myself up for disappointment. And so it's kind of refreshing to have this unexpected outlook on my life right now. And I'm just learning a lot. And I am calling this my Saturn's return, for all those astrology babes out there. This very much feels like my Saturn's return. I'm about to be 29 at the end of this month. And that's around the time that a lot of people have claimed to experience their Saturn's return, which is when Saturn returns to its same planetary placement in the galaxy compared to when you were born, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I'm not really like an astrology person, like an expert, but that's my understanding of the Saturn's return. And usually it comes with big life shifts, big transitions, a lot of upheaval, and rebuilding and stuff like this. And that's very, very much what I have been experiencing. I will say almost for the past year. 2024 was, I think it was the hardest year of my life. And I've been through some pretty hard years. And, I could get down on myself and, be worried that this year is going to be similar to last year. Or I can just step into each moment with the tools that I have and with the capacity that I have, and just accept that that's what I showed up with. So that's kind of how I've been seeing it. And again, I know I'm being so vague, but I think that I'm using enough like examples that maybe you guys will resonate with the message and maybe start to see examples in your own life of how this is showing up. At least that's my hope. But yeah. I thought this video was going to be a little bit different. I thought I was going to talk more about improv, but I'm talking kind of more about just life. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. And you know what? Improv is life. Life is improv. It's literally like when I leave my house, I don't know what's going to happen to me. I don't know what types of people I'm going to be driving with on the road. I don't know what the cashier is going to be like at the grocery store. I can't anticipate these things. I just literally have to improvise. And maybe that sounds silly. Like, I don't know, maybe some of you are like, life is pretty predictable for me. And you know what? If that's the case, I love that for you. I love predictability, which is kind of oxymoronic with like my love for improv, but if that's your life, I love it. I'm happy for you. That's amazing. And my life right now is very unpredictable. So, whatever. That's me in a nutshell. I'm going to end it here. And if you watched this long, please make sure to like this video and comment below with your thoughts. And make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more stuff coming out. And if you actually want to vote on the topics that I cover in my upcoming videos, make sure to follow me on Instagram at RealStevieTV, real.stevie.tv. I'll also include all this stuff down in the video description. But yeah, I love you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.